What's up, y'all? It's the Skate Theorist. Today I'm talking about Ryan Sheckler. He's been filming this part Lifer that's supposed to come out tomorrow. So I just thought, I'd kind of talk about the hype around the video. If you haven't heard the hype, you're about to because I'm hyped. But I used to have these Sheckler 2s when I was little, and I thought these were fly. I probably didn't match them at all. My outfit probably looked awful, but you know, Ryan Sheckler when I was coming up, so I'm 27. He was popular, man, and I wasn't as into the MTV stuff, and I think the legacy of Ryan Sheckler is almost a little bit ruined by the MTV stuff because they filmed him as a kid where his parents are getting a divorce, and it's like they thought, yeah, this is great content to put on TV in front of everybody. They filmed his freakouts, which, while being good entertainment, maybe didn't make him look so well in the public eye. So I feel like his legacy and his skateboarding has kind of been tainted by the MTV conglomerate or whatever you want to call it. But he's not quite like Rob Dyrdek per se. He is more known for his MTV stuff, and Ryan Sheckler is too. But the difference is Ryan Sheckler was crazy good. So I'm gonna go over some of his old footage. This is a King of the Road Classics Ryan Sheckler, and I would probably compare Ryan Sheckler to Nyjah at that time. Of course, skating has evolved, but he came out. He's this small child. Uh, all the little girls think he's cute. You know what I mean? And he's killing it. He's getting buck. He's getting crazy. And his whole skate career, he has consistently gotten buck. And things were. I mean, you don't see a boneless. That is statutory. That is really. That is disturbing. This is obviously a child. Hey man, Thrasher put it up. I didn't put that video up. Yeah, that's just fucking weird, man. I to be honest. I got distracted. Anyway, he's killing it that is so disturbing. That was a grown woman making out with a child. But back then it was like, that's kind of, like I think he's older than me, but when I was growing up, Baby Scumbag was popular. And it's like, this little 12-year-old, he had all the hoes, so it was funny at the time. Now looking back, that's just fucked up. Back to the skating. I got a little distracted. But he's always been like, he's got contest skater style. I'll put it that way. He goes really big. He goes to the streets. But it is, Nyjah-esque, where some criticisms about it would be the spots are very clean. But he's still getting buck out there. And I think he's the reason I learned like backside flip, front side flips like I had them. Because how he did them was just so clean. I gotta say, my style, or at least what I thought my style was, I tried to reflect it off of Ryan Sheckler. So if that doesn't tell you how influential he was, I don't know what can. Some of these videos are different sizes, so the footage might be a little weird. This is him skating a contest 10 years ago. Simple session. Contests were different back then, too. I don't know, it almost seemed like every trick was just very big, where it wasn't as much about the line, if that makes sense. Of course he's doing lines. The line matters, but I don't know. That's just my, like, one big trick in a line seemed to matter more than the line as a whole, if that makes sense. Not to say this line isn't hard. Because, I mean, just look at that rail, how big it is. That thing is massive, man. And the line gets bugged, but if you haven't seen this footage, I don't want to ruin what he does, but it's pretty cool. Also, he cried after a contest or something, and I feel like people took it, dang, that is a big quarter pipe right here. you don't really, like, you wouldn't see a backflip nowadays in a contest. That's just not a thing that happens anymore. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm just going over some random footage. This is Plan B True, his part. I gotta finish what I was talking about. He cried in the contest. It kind of went viral. People made fun of him, but, you know, I don't know, man. When you're competing at a really high level like that and you put your whole heart into it, I'm not going to judge somebody for crying, almost no matter what. Now, would I cry in that situation? Maybe not. I have kind of a dead face where, like, the expression just doesn't come as much. I don't know what it is. My daughter has the same thing. People think she's an angry baby. She's not. She's a happy baby. She just has this blank stare like I do. Anyways, he cried. I'm not going to fault him for that, but people definitely didn't like it. I think between that and the MTV show, him seeming just like a teenager. I mean, honestly, it's like the Justin Bieber thing. Who has millions as a teenager is going to look good. I wouldn't look. I was doing stupid stuff as a teenager. Nothing like too crazy, just like my friends would egg cars and like I'd talk shit to people. So if I was famous and rich, like, of course, I would have looked terrible. But this part, I mean, this is just the perfect example of Ryan Sheckler as a skater. He gets bucked, dude. You see this, dude. How many stories up is that? 2, 3? This is not right, man. This is just... And this is the type of stuff that I'm waiting to see. So I've read online that he was kind of plagued by injuries with this one. He's been filming for 3 years, and his lifer part that comes out tomorrow. There's a documentary about him filming the part. I'd probably like to see the documentary. Movies are different than a skate video. They're a lot longer. I also think, now he can get tech, but I feel like getting buck when he was coming up was more important than getting tech. Where I think Nyjah is so popular because he combines them. The parallels between them are just crazy, though. I'm not even talking about the skating right now. I'm just rambling. Nice big flip, nice spot. This is what I'm talking about, like the contest skater type of crisp spots that people don't like. I like them. Oh, that's another thing. When you're talking about a Ryan Sheckler video, dude travels all the time. It's like he's got money to travel, so you never know what spots are going to come up. That's crazy, that back lip. I don't like skating anything like that either, like a manual pad to drop off. Because, like, I feel like if I try to nose manual, I'm just going to die. There's something fascinating, too. Like, the older I get, the more I relate to people, like, on the edge of skating, where it's like they still love skating, but they kind of know, like, their prime is probably past them. I'd imagine that, you know, when Tori Pudwell filmed Bigger Bang, that's massive too, man. Dude gets so crazy. I don't know how his knees aren't just toast. Like, I mean, he does a lot of physical therapy and stuff. Oh, he's hauling. That is so massive. Yeah, I like his style. Like I said, one of my favorite styles. But when Tori Pudwell filmed Bigger Bang, you have to think he was filming that thinking, like, this is probably his last major part. You know, is it his best part? I don't know. But it's like the climax of his skateboarding, where it's probably just going to go down from there. I haven't been paying much attention. Is Ryan Sheckler's switch game strong? Seems like a lot of fakie. That's a clean... Oh, I want to... That's one I'd like to see Nyjah on. He would get crazy on that. That's like the blue... The electric blue, that looks sick. Big back heel. Yeah, getting bucked, man. See, this was 8 years ago, too. So this video, when he's tray flipping the Hollywood 18 or whatever, you know, now it's done all the time. by a random Instagram skater. But back then it wasn't. And people still aren't doing stuff this big. Like, Jaws gets a lot of respect. I feel like Ryan Sheckler probably goes as big as Jaws. I might be talking, talking something ignorant. But dude's getting buck. I felt like I saw that spot. He used to have this Red Bull series where he'd just go around skating. I forgot what it's called. Sheckler Sessions. I think a lot of these are from that. Sig back 3. But yeah, his trick set is very like standard. Nothing too weird, but just very, very clean, man. This is a Plan B Super Future. This is actually older on YouTube than the other one. So I think it's older in real life, but I don't know. Yeah, he looks pretty young. See, this is the Ryan. This is the age I remember people seemed like they hated him. And, he's smashed. In their defense, he's, on TV smashing hotels up. In a funny collared shirt with spiked hair. I mean, he's got a ramp to start out his skate park. I get it. I get the hate. But he still was getting... I mean, let's be honest. Even with the ramp, nobody's hitting that. I mean, very, very few people would hit that. At least. So yeah, will Lifer live up to the hype? I don't know, man. That was kind of steezy how he... That was like a slow-mo 3. That was real weird. Yeah, okay. I had to make sure it was fakey because it almost looked like just a late back 180. Oh, I can't even do this lower quality stuff. Oh, wait, the ender on this one. Everybody knows this ender. But people forget, like, this is the guy I'm talking about when I'm asking if he's going to live up to the hype. It's the guy who had this ender. So, like, keep that in mind. You know he's going to get buck. He's going to get crazy. That is one of the gnarliest things. Everybody's heard the story where somebody on rollerblades tried to do that after him and broke his ankles. Everybody knows that story. It's a classic, like, all-time skate story. But, man, that trick is so wrong. Dude, just doing that without the fence would be crazy. Doing it with the fence, man, I don't know how you'd ever... I could never do that, that's for sure. So here's just a raw edit of his You Good part. So this is some of his newer stuff, and it's probably more representative of what, what it's going to look like now. Very clean filming. I don't think people were as into like kink weird rails when I was coming up. Like, I'd see kink rails, but nowadays people will just skate some with like 40 kinks. To me, it looks new. I say that like I'm old. I'm not old, but you know what I mean. Like, the new age skater is going to be used to all these weird type of wally tricks. It just wasn't as common. Was it around? Probably. Clean. Wally to blunt or tail, however you want to call that. Kickflip out to fakie. I like that the Asian dude's reaction. He's like, yeah, that was crazy. Is that security? He's like, nah, get out of here. Get out of my face. He's trying to pretend like that wasn't cool. That was cool. Alright. I don't even have the sound on, so I don't need to see all that. Yeah, massive, dude. Like, you gotta, like, this is a guy, when he's doing tricks like this, he's already done everything you need to do in skating. Like, if he retired, it is what, like, he's already sick. He's already a legend. One of the most popular skaters ever. I don't know So the MTV skaters, Bam Margera, Rob, Ryan. I guess Ryan's probably the third most popular, but it's probably just timing and when popularity was a thing. Because I think Life of Ryan was before Viva La Bam. Could be wrong. But obviously, Rob Dyrdek, with ridiculousness, has been a whole other stratosphere of fame. Yeah, these spots are sick. I'm the guy, I mainly watch skate videos for the spots. That's always how it's been. I think that's why I like the simple sessions too. You just got to see him go weird places. They'd be in Shanghai or whatever. China. Yeah, I want to see some Switch stuff from him. I don't feel like I'd see a lot of Switch stuff. What was he doing there? I'm going to look up his age real quick. Is he trying to, like, bonk that? What? Oh no, he's just all in over. I thought he was trying to bonk something. I couldn't really tell from the angle. There is no way that he is only 33 years old. He's about to be 30. Dude, I thought he was like 40 something. I'm talking about him like he's an old man or something. I feel a little guilty. But 33 is no, in the skateboarding world. That's still, like he's rich, he can rehab, but, oh, that was a sick board. Okay, that's clean. Like, to a gap, too. I want to see that from the other angle. See, I'm glad they used this angle so you see how far he's gapping over that. But yeah, 33, it's to the point where a guy like him who's had so many injuries. I mean, even when they mention Lifer, he talks about the injuries. He's been filming 3 years, fighting injuries the whole time, rehabbing throughout it. So, he's old for skateboarding. He's not old for anything else in life. And you can skate forever, but you can't skate at this level forever. Like, you're going to decline. Maybe I'm being, a downer. You can land new tricks, but you can't keep the same style that he has at the level he has, is what I mean. Yeah, that looks like a sick spot. Yeah, a lot of people, they criticize the clean spots. I keep mentioning that. Not that people do in my comments. I've just heard it a lot. But when I watch a skate video, I want to see a spot that looks so pretty it has to be skated. Those are the spots I like to see. It's like, whoa. What if the whole video, though? What if the whole video is him going, super small? Like, it's like a chill old man video. It looks like an amateur sponsor me tape or something. That would be a twist. Like that spot. That spot's sick. It's a weird trick. I can't even picture myself trying that because I can't even picture an obstacle like that anywhere near me. Even at skate parks, I don't really. Most of the time when they have a quarter V like that, it's not as sharp, so you couldn't really 5-0 up it. Cool trick though. It looked kind of hard. Going to fakie on that looked a little rough. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I want to see a lot of these foreign spots in the video. I'm hoping for a lot of foreign spots. I wonder how long it'll be too. I'm thinking 10 minutes. Wow. That was big. Then, of course, everybody's seen this clip. Heard a bunch of stories about it. People thought he was up there to kill himself and all this. I'm going to get demonetized for saying that. That's okay. I won't make the 50 cents I was going to make off this video. But yeah, people thought he was having mental health issues up there. Kind of makes it even cooler. The trick you're trying is so dangerous and badass that the cops show up, not because you're trespassing, but because they're scared for your life. That's hard. So what do you think? Is Ryan Sheckler's lifer part gonna live up to the hype? I'm definitely gonna watch it tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's like when Nyjah drops, I'm really excited, and when Sheckler drops, I'm really excited. Or Midler. Those are like my top three guys where I gotta see it because you don't know how crazy it's gonna be. So yeah, love y'all.